Hey guys, it's Anna with Anna Travels. So today we're going to talk about the Washington, D.C. Festival, just talk about Peak Bloom, talk about the official events and some other alternative events if you are curious, and then we're going to go over some other areas that you can go if you don't want to deal with DC traffic and see some cherry blossoms. So let's get into it. So, National Park Service has said that peak bloom is about March 28th to March 31st. And so, if you are panicking right now because like your vacation is like April 1st or April like 3rd or whatever, it just means that 70% of all the cherry blossom trees are blooming this during that period of time. So you'll have some cherry blossoms that are blooming earlier, of course, and then some that are blooming later. Now, they also are doing they did take a lot of cherry blossom trees out because they're doing a lot of work around the tidal basin with that retaining wall. So there's probably less trees, but they'll still probably be enough that it'll still look gorgeous. It's just going to be interesting this year because I haven't been into DC too much around the tidal basin, so I don't really know what. I know the area that is affected. I just don't. I think the other side will be fine, but like that will be something that I'll find out soon enough. First off, I just want to talk about traffic. So, with the cherry blossom festivals, if I mention a time for these events, if you really want to attend them, I would be there like in even an hour earlier than what you think that you need time for. So if you're like coming in from like DC for me takes an hour and 15, I would actually leave 2 hours early. I live south of Fredericksburg, and so it just there's just so much extra traffic, and especially with all the federal employees being called back into DC to work, it's just a lot more traffic. So just note, give yourself even extra time if you are commuting by car or even by metro. Officially, the festival starts March 20th. It goes till April 13th. But one of the first events is that they do the Pink Tie Gala. It's like a fundraising gala for, I guess, I'm not sure if it's for the National Park Service, but it is for the festival. It's $250 per person. I've never been because that's an expensive price for a ticket to go to a dance. But just note, it's an option for anybody that's interested. On March 22nd, they're having the actual opening ceremonies at the Warner Theater. And that is actually a free event. I did get tickets, and as long as I can get a babysitter, I'm going to go. It's free, but there is a $5 service charge, so it was like, okay, it was $10. So, but hopefully you can make it down or make it up to DC for that. So one other favorite is the Blossom Kite Festival. It's going to be on March 29th with the rain date on the 30th. And it's pretty cool seeing all the kites flying. I've actually never vlogged it, so I don't have like any footage, but I have seen it, and it's I don't know, it's a fan favorite for a lot of people in DC. On April 5th, they're doing the Pedalpalooza. I've actually never attended Pedalpalooza, but apparently it's a free event. I think it starts in the afternoon. It's in the Navy Yard area. And then at 8:30, they do like a little special firework show. So if your kids like fireworks, it's like really geared for the whole entire family. So that might be an option for you if you're coming in April. And there should be blooms as long as we don't get like a hurricane in April. You should be fine. So on April 12th, there is the Cherry Blossom Parade, and it's a huge deal. And this especially is imperative that you get here early into DC because traffic is pretty obnoxious, and especially because they close so many roads down for the parade. You might like have to do a little bit more time, like finding parking and such if you're driving in. But the parade is at 10 o'clock. I think it goes until like 12:30, and you know it's one of the bigger parades in DC, and also in conjunction. Well, I don't think they're tied together. I think they're like run by two different organizations. But there's also the Matsuri Festival. The Matsuri Festival does run both Saturday and Sunday, so if you want to do a whole big trip, you could just do the parade and then walk over to the Matsuri Festival. I will say, in the Matsuri Festival, there is a charge. They have different variety of packages. My only thing is that it was fun. I enjoyed my time, but the food vending situation was a little out of control. So pack some snacks, and if you do want to experience Japanese food, just know you might be in line for a while. So the National Park Service sets out a little welcome area, and it's near, I think, the Martin Luther King Memorial, and they will have food trucks. They will have, there's like a little ANA, the All Nippon Air has like a sponsored stage, and they'll have musicians playing at certain times. So it's a little fun little area, and I think they open, I'm reading my notes, March 22nd to April 6th. So not in the entire time of the festival, but just a short period of time. So there's other like activities you could do if you really want to jam pack your stuff with Cherry Blossom Festival stuffs. At the Children's Science Center, they're even doing their own little Cherry Blossom Festival theme. Art Tech House is doing their annual like cherry blossom themed exhibit. I'm probably going to go. It actually launches next week, so March 7th. So I probably will check it out. So look for that vlog. And you know, there's a bunch of restaurants. I'm not going to name the restaurants because I feel like some restaurants, they go full out and then some restaurants don't. And a lot of times the restaurants don't even announce their stuff until like closer into March. So I actually didn't find like it too much. I would just check out Instagram because like one year we went to one restaurant that said they had cherry blossom themed and it was just like a few garlands. And I'm like, oh, I mean, the food was good, but it was just like, you know, it was kind of a waste of time. But then there are some restaurants that full on go out. So I would go to the Cherry Blossom website, see the restaurants that are listed, and maybe check out their Instagram pages to see what their decorations are. Teas, so hotels are, like most of the hotels do a cherry blossom themed tea if they do serve tea. I know like Fairmont, Williard, St. Regis, it used to be the Mandarin, but now it's Salamander. They're doing a tea. The teas come at a hefty price and you do need to book early for especially like Saturdays and Sundays. And most time the hotels only do them Friday to Sundays. And so I would just check out those hotels. Oh, I think Ritz-Carlton in Arlington also did a tea, a cherry blossom tea. We did that a few years back. I'm probably not going to do the tea. It's just like $100 for tea. It's just a little out of my price range right now. DC United is having a cherry blossom theme night on the 29th. There's just a lot of other events going on. A lot of the museums are hosting stuff. Tea Around Town is probably going to do a tea. I was indifferent with Tea About Town. I think the concept is nice. I thought the food was atrocious, but it's might be another way for you to go see the cherry blossoms. It's a tour bus. I mean, not tour bus, sorry. It's a bus that they serve you tea and food, and you get to just do a little loop, and they just tell you stuff about like the area and stuff like that. There's also cherry blossom cruises. I think my friend said they did one and they actually had a fun time, and it was another way just to see the cherry blossoms. And so there are the cherry blossom cruises as well. But if you are like, Anna, I don't want to go into DC. I've been into DC cherry blossom season and I don't want to fight. And I get it. It's a little insane. So there are some other areas like Arlington National Cemetery. Arlington National Cemetery actually has some trees. I heard the National Arboretum has trees, cherry blossom trees. Mount Vernon could be an option for some. I heard the Congressional Cemetery is an option. I hear along the Rappahannock? Fredericksburg. We'll just say Fredericksburg. There are trees as well. I live in Fredericksburg. I never really pay attention. I even hear there's like a spot in Woodbridge, Virginia that has trees. So, I mean, there's other cherry blossom spots that you can go to. And sometimes people don't even know the difference with cherry blossom tree. So there are just other spots. Like I've heard there's spots in Reston, Virginia. Alexandria actually has, I think, options like some cherry blossom trees. So there's other options out there. So you don't have to go into DC, but that's where you're going to find more of like the fun stuff, fun festivals. Like a lot of the restaurants go full on out. Like, oh, I even forgot to mention the bakeries go crazy with cherry blossom themed desserts like Georgetown. Just everyone gets cherry blossom crazed. So I'll end it there, and I'll link the official website and they'll have much more information. There's more events that I didn't even say, but I won't make this video 800 minutes long. So like and subscribe, join for future videos. Tell me if you're gonna go into DC this year, what is your main goal to see? Talk to you later, guys. Bye.